Hello and welcome to Beyond Bright Live. This is another live review of one of our products, and today we discuss the doormats and how to choose the right doormat. So what a doormat's made of? They can be made of rubber, they can be made of coir. Coir is a natural product. It comes from coconut. It's from the outer husk of a coconut. You'd find it in brushes, they make brushes out of it, they make ropes and matting, and of course doormats. So let's get straight into it. The first thing you're probably looking for is the size of the doormat. So there are different sizes. In general, they come in two sizes and they vary a little bit around those. You've got your single door, 45 by 75. This is a coir and rubber mat, and this would be perfect for generally outside, but can be used inside as well. It has about a 2 centimeter thickness to it. The pile is probably about a centimeter, and it has quite a rough feel to it as well. So the back of the doormat is rubber. It's a non-slip material, so it'll be really good for, say, pavements and timber. It will work for really any of those. If there's ever sand underneath it, then it will slide. But in general, if it's wet, it'll be fine. So that is the 45 by 75. They also come in a smaller size. So this is just slightly smaller. It's about 60 by 40. This is much thinner. So doormats can be used inside or outside. In general, they are outside, but this one would be really nice for the indoors. And the reason being is because it's quite thin. You don't really want to be bringing in muddy boots and cleaning your feet inside. But this will give you just that little bit of abrasion that you need. And then you've got your rubber that is in a brick formation. So we call this one the brick. The thickness of it, I would almost say it's less, or half a centimeter, so 5 mils in thickness. So if you had a door that was maybe raised a little bit, it might slide over it if you are opening your front door, but this can be used outside as well. So it's a lovely doormat. Then you have your prints, so they print onto them as well. You can have anything printed on them. The standard ones say welcome. You have wipe your paws, all the funny ones as well. And this is really nice. This is just coir. Nice rough abrasion feel to it here. You also have a thick pile, I'd say about a centimeter, maybe a little bit more. Let's see if I can zoom in and just show you that. Get a bit of a close-up on it. Here we go. So what are we looking at? So if I bend this, you'll be able to see. Let's go to the end, that's better. Here we go. Maybe if I zoom in, this will be really interesting. There we go, that's what you're looking at here. So it's quite a thick pile on it. And the backing is a rubber. Now this is a thin rubber. I wouldn't say this is very grippy. So this would be ideal for indoors as well. You can use it in going out to the patio or into the patio, the front door, the back door. So that's your design on that one. If you did want to get it printed where it says something unique, or a custom print, or happily married, or a wedding gift or anything like that, that can be done as well. You do get a bit of that coming off you. You might see it coming off my jumper. It will shed a little bit. It will stop shedding eventually, but it is just a natural material, and it's I think it's glued on, but I'm not an expert in the build of them, but I have seen a lot of doormats. Let's move on to the next one. So that's mainly the sizes there. Then you've got your colors. Color is usually, again, printed on, just like they do with the black. So this is a good example of color. And if you're trying to match it with something, that just really looks nice. They have them in reds and blacks. So it's just nice to have something coming out that's quite bright than just your normal standard browns and blacks. That really just fluoro colors come out, and different designs as well, so that's the quotation. And that's the colors on that. The designs can vary, as you can see there, and your patterns. Now the material, being coir and a natural material, it will weather well. So you've got, you don't have to worry too much about what's going to happen with it outside. It's natural. It will last. What you probably don't want to be doing is letting it sit in a puddle of water. So if it's, as you can see, it's boarded or framed with a rubber backing. So this, if it does sit under, let's say, a drain pipe or something like that, and it just starts filling up with water, it's not going to go. It will dry off if you leave it in the sun. It's not. I wouldn't recommend it, mainly because it will just probably go moldy, or just it's not a good idea to leave it all wet. So always let it dry if that happens, or the best thing to do is usually just in front of your door. It is a little bit covered as well, especially with this one. If it's, say, just all rubber, which I'll show you next, then the water will just seep through it. This is just mainly for the ones that have, say, almost like a frame around it where the water might puddle in the middle. So an example of an all rubber or a mix of rubber, or the one where you've got the rubber that seeps through, is this lovely 120 by 45 doormat, which is perfect for double doors, for patio doors, sliding doors, and it really does make a bit of a statement when you have a much larger doormat. If I can focus, let's see that. There we go. Coming out, and that's just lovely. Let's take that off. We don't need to block the vision. There you go. So this is the mix of the coir and the rubber. You can also get all rubber, which is called the Brooklyn doormat. This is the scroll doormat. And you really get the best of both worlds here, where you do get that water seeping through here, and then you have the abrasion from the coir to scrape your shoe and just keep it clean. So you can, this is a natural material, you can just hose it off if you feel like it's getting a bit grubby, and let it dry in the sun. So that would be the best of both worlds. So how do these get shipped? So these get sent off in a flat box so they don't get bent. If it's all coir, they can be rolled, and there wouldn't be a problem with that if you did receive it rolled up. But in general, from this warehouse, we don't roll them up. We put them into a cardboard box. They always stay flat, well sealed, and it'll just ensure that there's no problems with it. Things that might arise from the doormats, in general, they do last quite well. I think the water was probably the only thing that I was thinking of, and they should arrive in one piece, as you see. There's really not too much. They're very strong. They're quite durable, and that's really all about the durability, and the location. We spoke about that. So that was the review of the doormats. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you have any questions, feel free to put questions in the chat, or follow us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you soon. Bye.